Let's talk about why you are different from the folks outside of these walls, because outside of these walls, regardless of the country which you represent, wherein you reside, people outside of these walls are living in a minimum requirement, mediocre society. You see, most people outside of these walls, they hate their jobs. They only look forward to Friday instead of Monday. They think they're paid by the hour, when in reality, we're paid for the value we bring to that hour. So let's talk about the folks outside of these walls so you feel better about who you are. Everybody out there, they say, I will not come early and stay late unless you pay me overtime. That's sad, and that's not what you're about. Because the more we give, the more we get. Wealth flows through you, not to you. You can get anything in this life that you want if you're just willing to help enough other people get what they want. And yet folks outside of these walls don't understand that. And every time I get on an airplane, I'm reminded about this minimum requirement, mediocrity. I just flew in from Africa. I was in Ethiopia. I was in Djibouti. That's a cool name. Spent 21 days just cruising the world. It's good to be back home, but every single time I got on an airplane in any language, in any country, it was the same pre-flight safety demonstration. In the event of a decrease in cabin pressure, an oxygen mask will appear. Reach up, tug on the gold cup, place it over your nose and mouth, securing it tightly with an elastic strap. Breathe normally. Are you flipping kidding me? And people say it, the flight attendants say it every time because they think it's their job. I've got to do the same thing because it's my job. Flight attendants stand up in front of us and they give me brain damage. They say, bring your seat up to the most upright and uncomfortable position. Alive, dead, alive, dead, alive, dead. Flight attendants stand up in front of you and they lie. They say, we're here for your safety. No, they're not. I survived a plane crash, Stanton, Virginia, Shenandoah Valley Airport. When you're going down, the flight attendants are strapped in and screaming just like we are. And trust me, when you finally land, an inch and a half does not make a difference. Just once, I want them to give me the microphone. Let me tell people on board the plane what really happens in an emergency. Ladies and gentlemen, in the event of a decrease in cabin pressure, a little gold cup's going to fall from the ceiling and conk you on the head. When you stop screaming, brace yourself for a 200 feet per second vertical dive. And if you're traveling with more than one child, pick your favorite. Because you ain't got a lot of time to make another choice. What happens when we get on an airplane and the flight attendant isn't just doing his job, isn't just doing her job? They're not caught up in this minimum requirement mediocrity. They're exceeding expectations. They want to create an environment so when we leave, we say, I like me best when I'm with you. I want to see you again. I want to fly your airline, making flying's fun. I get on Delta Airlines. We're coming into Dallas, Texas. Huge turbulence. We're bouncing all over the sky. We finally land. We bounce, we land. We bounce, we land. Taxi into the gate. Flight attendant comes over the PA system. Hi, welcome to Dallas, Texas. If you enjoyed your flight, tell your friends you flew Delta Airlines. If you did not enjoy your flight, tell your friends you flew Southwest. And everybody on the plane goes, huh? And obviously the flight attendant had a great relationship with leadership because she then says, and please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened while Captain Kangaroo bounces us the rest of the way to the gate. That's funny. And is it contagious? Yeah. Elderly woman walking behind me in the aisle with her cane. She comes to the doorway. You the pilot? Yes, ma'am. Did we really land or did we get shot down? What are people saying about you?